Hi guys, welcome. My name's Maria, Firefly Yoga. So please make sure you're fit and well before you join in the practice today. The practice is not for anyone that is pregnant or anyone that has an injury. So set up your space, get some nice soft music on, maybe light a candle, dim the lights, and then we're going to come over to our mat. So today, if you've got a cushion to sit on when we sit up and do a little bit of meditation later, or if you've got a block. Also, I've got a belt off of my dressing gown. So I would say use a belt, but it depends on, if you're a little person, then your belt's not going to be long enough. We want something that we can put around our leg and our arm be nice and comfortable. So yeah, something comfortable on your foot. Dressing gown, belt is perfect. So yeah, just go off and grab something if you can. That would be great. And then when you are ready, we are going to come back and lay down on your mat. So we're going to take our palms to face up. Have your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. So just the wider you go, your hips, your feet sort of drop out to the side and you just feel nice and relaxed then. Just take your arms a little bit further away from your body. Tuck your left shoulder under your right shoulder under so you've got a nice big open chest. And then just for a few moments we're going to practice relaxation. And I've said it before, it's not an easy thing to do, relaxing. We tend to think about just about everything when we're trying to relax. So a good way to make sure you are totally switched off in your mind is to think about your breath. And we're going to practice the yogic breath that we've been practicing every week. So we're going to take a big deep breath in. As you do, and you're breathing in slowly, you're pushing your belly up like a big balloon. So you push it up. As the air comes into your chest, you're going to feel your ribs expand, your chest expand. Hopefully you can draw air right underneath your collarbone and then gently just hold your breath a couple of seconds. So it would be like 1, 2, and then you start to exhale very, very slowly. Again, just watch your chest with your mind's eye, watch it go down, feel your ribs come in. And then start to draw your belly button back to your spine. This is pushing your diaphragm up and you're emptying the bottom of your lungs. Hold your breath for a few seconds. And then very, very gently, you start to breathe in gently, pushing the tummy, raising the tummy up like a big balloon. Lifting the air up into the chest, right underneath the collarbone. Holding your breath for a few seconds. And then it's the control. When you're holding your breath either on the out breath or in the in breath, you normally want to breathe quite quickly after. So just try and control it a little bit. So we're bringing a little bit more control into the breath work, which brings a little bit more control into your mind work. So just practice one more yogic breath in your own time, wherever you're at. You know what you're doing, you're pushing up your tummy, you're expanding your chest, you're breathing right up underneath your clavicle, into your clavicle area, under your collarbone. You hold your breath for a couple of seconds. You then work on controlling as you exhale. Feel the chest lower, feel the rib cage come in, draw the belly button back to the spine, holding your breath for a few seconds, and then once again gently, gently, gently inhale. And it's quite difficult to control that pushing up the tummy, yeah, especially when we're laying down and we've got to work with gravity. So let's bring our feet closer together now. Flex your feet. Bring your hands, take your palms to face down, bring your hands closer to you. And we'll just start making some little circles in the ankles. As you're doing this, I want you to notice all the little movements you can feel in your calves, in your shins. Let's go from being flexed to pointing our toes. And you're just noticing everything. And this does help switch off from what's going in your mind. Yeah, we want to be really, really attached to our body. So as we're laying here, I'm going to roll my pelvis forward and feel like the little arch in my back has flattened, and now I'm going to roll my pelvis back and I can feel a little arch in my back. So we move from one to the other, pelvis up, pelvis back. Do you feel any lower back pain here? And then let's push our heels away. So we push the right heel away, we push the left heel away, and you feel the hip bones moving from side to side, up and down. Nice bit of mobility in the hips and in the lower back. From here, I'm going to hold myself still and I'm going to bring my hands above my head, coming into a full body stretch. As you do this, you instantly feel like a bigger arch in your back here. So I'm still moving through my heels, pushing my right away, pushing my left away. And now I can feel a little bit of movement up in my shoulder area. I'm going to interlace my fingers, keep my body still now, keep your feet flexed so your toes up to the ceiling. And now draw your arms up to the ceiling. So notice they're above my chest and I'm drawing my hands up to the ceiling. As I do this, my shoulder blades are lifting off the mat and I've got space in my upper back. And then I'm going to drop my shoulders down to the mat. Feel that your shoulders are down and then lifting up and dropping down. Lifting up and dropping down. I'm going to take my arms over to the left hand side, keeping the body straight, the legs straight, and then draw the arms up and get that stretch. Draw your arms right up so the shoulders are off the floor, and then just allow the arms to come over to the right hand side. So you feel a shoulder stretch here. Should we do that again? Bring the arms up to the ceiling so the shoulders are away from the mat, and then bringing the arms over to the left. Feeling a stretch in the shoulders, and I'm drawing that bottom arm away. So my left arm, I'm drawing it away from me. So let's do that again. Lift the arms up, shoulders are off the mat. Taking the arms over to the right, and then the right arm I'm drawing away, bottom arm. Bring your arms to the side of your body now. Just bend at the elbows and really get that nice big wide chest. Tuck your shoulders under if you need to, and then roll the pelvis forward. Keep your feet flexed. We're going to bring our feet up, lift your bottom, correct your spine, make sure your whole spine is on the mat, and then interlace your fingers. Take your hands around your right leg to the shin. We don't want to be pulling on the knees. Make sure your chin's tucked into your chest, and then just move that knee around from side to side. And then gently on your exhale, you're going to take your right heel up to the ceiling. Keep that leg as bent as you need to. You want to feel the stretch in your hamstring without your right butt cheek lifting off the mat. So imagine like your whole spine needs to still stay attached to the mat. So it might take a little bit of time. So bend and stretch, bend and stretch. Heel up to the ceiling as you're stretching up and then relaxing down. So all the time you can feel the stretch in the hamstring and not in the back. I'm going to take this right leg across the left thigh. Flex your foot. The right foot is flexed. You can either hold it here. You can take your right hand to your inside right thigh and just gently draw that leg out a little bit. This will increase the stretch. Or we're going to lift up the left leg. Take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and just hold it here. So breathing into any discomfort. We normally get quite tight in our hip area, especially if we're sitting at a desk all day. Should we have a little rock, gentle, gentle little rock to the side? And then from here, I want you to place your left foot down. Take your left hand to your right foot. Hold the top of your right foot. And now I'm going to take my right foot over to the left until it taps down on the floor. So just hold it here. Now this is a gentle twist. So don't worry too much if your right shoulder is lifting. If you can lift the body up and flatten your shoulders back down onto the mat. It's quite a strong stretch. So if you've had enough, you come back up, or equally you just come back up if it's too much. Yeah, if you are happy in this position, I've got my right foot to the floor, and then very gently I'm just pushing that right knee away and bringing it back. So drawing it out, bringing it back, drawing it out, bringing it back. And of course you can feel that stretch increase. So let's come back to neutral. Let's bring ourselves back up. Let's place the right foot down. Let's get good position. Lift the bum, lift the head, get your spine lovely and attached. I'm going to bring left leg into chest. Fingertips are interlaced. I'm holding onto my shin. I don't want to be pulling on the knee. I've got the left leg in. And then very gently, and it's tiny little movements, I'm just moving my leg out to the side and back in. And you feel all these little niggles and little kind of little bits that you need to breathe into. Yeah, little aches. So just acknowledge them. And you kind of sit with them. So as you feel these little bits of stress come into your body, just learn to sit with them and move with them. Breathe into them. So from here, I'm going to flex my left foot. As I exhale, so take your time to inhale, exhale, draw that left heel up to the ceiling. Doesn't matter if your leg's bent. Just make sure, be very aware of your spine. Sometimes when we lift the leg up, the bottom lifts up and then our back starts arching. So keep your spine long. You might need to tuck your chin into your chest again. And then if you're a little bit tight, we're going to bend and we're going to stretch and bend and stretch, bend and stretch. I'm not pulling on the knee. Be aware that you're not pulling on your knee. And then if you can, just hold your leg long and then move your foot from side to side. Maybe point and flex. Experience how the leg is feeling, where it's tight, where it feels strong and flexed, and just experience everything here. So from here, we're going to bend the knee. We now need to cross the left leg over the right. Take your time, get your foot in position to cross your right thigh. Your left foot is flexed. This is going to protect the knee. Keep that flexed. And then think about your spine, your shoulders. You might just hold it here. You can take your hand to the inside of your left leg and you just gently push the leg out. Let it draw back. Experiencing how you feel in this position. Yeah, as you're breathing in, you might find it loosens. If you want a little more, you can lift your head if you need to, interlace your hands, take them around the thigh, lay your head back, make sure that your foot's flexed on your left foot, that you're breathing into any areas of discomfort. Again, you might want to do a little gentle rock. And like I said before, just sit with these little moments of stress and try and relax. Try and breathe into these positions. Yeah, this is really, it sets us up for life, doesn't it? Being able to breathe and feel controlled when we're in a stress position. So from here, place your right foot down. Either just hold this stretch here, playing around with it, moving around, or take your right hand to your left foot. We're going to roll over to the right until the left foot sits on the floor. So you've got a bit of a spinal twist here. As I said, don't overdo it. So if your shoulder blades aren't down and it feels a bit stiff, just experience it and maybe come out of the posture. If you want to, you can lift your shoulders up, turn them round. Get your foot placed nicely on the floor. Maybe bring your arms out or your left arm out to half a T shape. You then can play around with drawing out that left knee, drawing it back, drawing it in, drawing it out. And I'm sure you can feel and experience how the hip is feeling here. So again, just think about it. The body feels a little bit stressed. I'm going to use my breath to breathe in. Exhale, really just experience it, calming the body down. Allowing myself to experience this feeling of stress, but being in a position where I can calm my body down. So let's bring ourselves back to neutral, bringing the feet down. Bring your feet down, get your spine long, chin tucked in, and then I'm going to bring the knees up and bring my head between my knees. So just hold it here. And then relaxing back, taking my hands to my knees and moving my knees around in a little circle motion. A couple of times and then go back the other way. So I'm going to bring my hands down, feet down, hands down. So don't worry if you're unable to do this posture. You're going to take your hands next to your body, and what I'm doing is I'm engaging my abdominals here. So I'm warming up my abdominals by lifting my knees off. So first of all, I lift my toes. I think about rolling my pelvis back, bringing my knees to my forehead and gently relaxing them back down. It's quite a difficult position to do, but as you probably felt there, your tummy really needs to engage. So even if you practice just rolling up a tiny bit and rolling down, use your fingertips to push down, bring yourself up and down, and notice how your breath gets taken away. So let's really breathe in as we're coming up and breathe out as we're coming down. So let's do that one more time. If you can, bring your knees to your forehead, and then we're going to roll all the way up. So if you're unable to do that, I want you to bring yourself back down and help yourself up. Okay, feet are down. We're taking a little twist here. Keep the knees straight. Don't want to see your knees bending in, okay? So come to the right. Holding it here. And then you're going to turn. Use your waist and your shoulders to come to the other side. From here, we're going to cross our legs. Use your block or your cushion if you have to bring you up a little bit further. You're quite welcome to just cross your legs and have your knees high. And then we're going to bring ourselves forward. So come to wherever feels comfortable for you. Bring yourself down. So you want a nice curly back here. Yeah, so you're just allowing the spine to curl. And remember, we're just doing a little gentle stretch here. Drawing my muscles in my back round. So I'm really curling round. Experience a nice back opening position. Draw your abdominals back. And then the opposite, we're going to take the fingertips to the back and open your chest. So roll your shoulders back. Holding it here. You can take your hands flat if you wish. And if you're able to, and if you want, also you can lift your bottom off, taking your head back if you've got good control of your neck. Otherwise, just hold your head up here. And then we're going to place our bottom down. We're going to interlace our hands and just make some movements going in one direction and in the other direction with our wrists. Just flick your hands out, and then we're going to come onto our all fours position, and we're going to practice our cat and cow. So we use our breath work again when we're in this position. When you're placing your hands down, make sure your palms are completely placed down. Your fingertips and thumb have got space between them, and you want your shoulders underneath. Your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to take a big deep breath in. As you're breathing in, drop that belly like when we do the yogic breath. Open your chest. Just slightly look up so you've got a nice stretch underneath the chin here and in the throat area. When we exhale, so take a breath in. When you exhale, tuck the tailbone. Tuck the chin into the chest, and now feel that opening in the back. Let's do that again. So drop your belly, big inhale, and then exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin to the chest. I want you to move forward and back. So keep that arch in the back, this cat stretch, and move forward and back very gently. Don't allow the palms to lift off. And as you're coming back to your bottom, you'll feel a nice stretch in your back, underneath your arms. This time we're coming all the way back. Sit your bottom down on your heels. Maybe move from side to side. Drawing out the hands in front. And just allowing your forehead to come down to the mat. Now, if this is too much, one fist on top of another fist, and then place your forehead on your fists. We're trying to get our bottom down to our heels. So if this is a little bit too much, if you've got a block, you could use your block, and you could take your hands behind your back, and this just adds a little bit of weight to your bottom and helps with you sitting on your heels. So there's always different options. So from here, we're going to be lifting up. We're going to take our arms out nice and long. Keep our bottom high, bringing our forehead down. So increasing the stretch around the shoulder area. into the arms. And just breathe naturally. Nice long deep breaths. Let's bring ourselves up. I want you to take your right arm and draw it under your body until your shoulder drops down to the mat. So the bottom's still high. Take your right palm to face up. So I'm just going to show you from a different direction. Your palm is facing up. Your body is held still. I can feel that my bottom wants to roll over to the side. So draw it back to the centre. Stay here, or if you can, you're going to take your top arm up. Just breathe in naturally. In and out. Close your eyes if you can. Try and relax into the position. And then bring that top arm down. Help yourself to bring yourself back up into a nice box position. So you're going to do your left arm now. So you draw that through. I'm going to show you from a different side. Your palm is faced up, and then you draw your top arm up and bringing your bottom back to the centre if you feel that it's rolling over to the side. And notice how it does kind of take your breath away, coming into this big stretch, this big stretch in the tummy, this twist. So keep that breath lovely and long. And then place your hand down. Draw yourself up. We're going to come all the way up. I want you to tuck your toes under. We're going to bring both of our arms up. Take our right hand behind us. Either bring your hand to your thigh, or if you can, you're going to come back to your heel. Leaving the left arm up and really drawing up out of the waist. If you want more, you flatten the heels down. It just means you have to come back a little bit further. And I want to show you from the front that what we're trying not to do is lean to the side. I'm making sure that I'm coming back as straight as I can. And then come up. Bring your elbows down, just relax your head on your elbows and just move your bottom from side to side, tiny little moves. We're going to do the other side. So it's our left side now. So remember your levels. You can tuck your toes under, you can bring your hand to your thigh, you can come back a little bit here, flatten the heels. So let's start. I'm going to come into a little bit more advanced posture. So I'm going to bring my left arm back, making sure that my chest isn't turning. I'm going to hold it here, just taking an arch back. And then gently coming up. Bring your arms together and just relax down. Just moving that bottom from side to side. So we're going to come up into our down facing dog. Take your hands flat. Think about tucking your toes under and experiencing that nice flat back. So I'm going to push back until I feel my back's flat. I'm not worried about my legs at the moment. So you move your hands around if you need to. Move your bottom around if you need to. You're just gazing down, kind of behind you. Check out your feet. Are your toes coming to the front of the mat? Okay, so my knees are bent. I can feel I've got a nice flat back. So from here, I'm going to start stretching out my legs. So maybe stretch out the right leg. Keep the left leg straight. And then let's swap sides. Stretch out the left leg and have the right leg bent. If you feel like you need to paddle around a little bit more, and as I'm doing this, I'm feeling like I'm becoming a little bit more flexible. You might want to move around in your hips, move from side to side, until you can come into your down facing dog. So, feet are coming to the front edge of the mat, palms are connected with the mat. Take your tailbone up to the ceiling. I want to feel the stretch in my hamstrings rather than in my back. Have your knees bent if you need to. And just hold it here. Let's think about our breath. So big deep breath in. And exhale. At any time you need to relax, you relax and you come back up into a down facing dog. We're going to walk our hands slowly back to our feet. Have your knees bent if you need to, okay? We want a long back, a long spine. So you're much better off having your knees bent, pushing up your tailbone to feel it in your legs rather than in your lower back. Then think about your head, drop the head, rock the head and just notice, wow, wasn't we holding our head? As you're breathing and stretching and pushing your tailbone up to the ceiling, just be nice and relaxed here. We're going to interlace our fingers. We're going to draw down our arms, feeling that stretch. Come across the back, across the hips. Maybe try to stretch your legs a little bit more here. Drawing up your thighs. Hands to your shin. Should we come up into a flat back? Have you practiced your flat back yet in front of a mirror? So you know where your hands need to go if you've practiced. And then think about the crown of the head. I'm drawing it away, rolling my shoulders back and trying to lengthen my spine. I'm trying to get space between the vertebrae by taking my tailbone back and my crown of the head forward. And then I'm going to come all the way up, roll around your shoulders. Just notice how you feel. Bring your shoulders forward and your shoulders back. That's lovely. Okay, we're going to do a little round of a sun salutation. Let's just sort my mat out. So let's come up to the top end of the mat. So again, let's think about we connect to our body. So we're going to take our feet close together, toes are together, spread your toes, have your toes together, your heels are slightly apart. I want you to lift your right leg, place it down with purpose and draw up your right thigh. Lift your left heel, place that down with purpose, lift the thigh, widen the toes on both of your feet. Now we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Draw up your abdominals. Just open your fingertips, draw the crown of the head up. Your chin tucks into your chest. And then as we take a big inhale, draw your arms above your head, get some space, feel the stretching in your hips as you do this. Then take your palms to face down, think flat back, think about that flat back as you come down. Bring your hands down, doesn't matter if your knees are bent, push, take your time, push your tailbone up to the ceiling, dropping your chin to your chest, breathing in and out, moving your heels up and down slightly. Let's lift that right leg and just take a big long lunge. So can you leave your knee off the floor today? If you can't, if it's too much and you feel like your back's up in the air, then drop your knee. But if you can, tuck it under, push back with your heel. Yeah, so you want to drop down in the hips, pushing back in your heel. We're going to bring our hands to our thigh. Again, think about pushing back with the heel. And you're going to draw your arms above your head. So hold it here for use guys that are up nice and high. If you're lower and you've got your knee down, you're just holding it here. So hold it here. We're going to bring our arms out to T shape, and I want you to take your right arm under your left, bringing your hands palm to palm. If you can't get palm to palm, do back of hand to back of hand, holding it here. So again, if you're down here, we're here. So from here, we're going to tap down and lift up. Tap down and lift up. If you're down, you'll be lifting up and down. So either way, we're tapping down and we're lifting up. Tapping down, lifting up. Hold it here. Stretch out your arms. And now I want you to bring your hands down and step back into a plank. Find your lovely long plank. Think about pushing your heels back. Crown of the head draws away. Tuck your tailbone under. Draw up your abdominals. You can be on a plank, on your knees, if you wish. So from here, we're going to take our right arm and we're coming onto our elbow. So right arm onto elbow, then left arm onto elbow. Now we're coming up, up and up. Knees come down. From here, we need to make sure that the elbows are to the back of the room as we're coming down. Chin and chest. Think chin and chest, bottom stays up high. So you come down, all the way down, bottom up, chin's down, chest is down. We're going to relax all the way down. Tuck your forehead under and draw your hands back to your chest. From here, if you can, I want you to lift both feet off the floor. If you can't, you do one at a time. So we're lifting off both feet. Think about rather sort of stretching toes away and crown of the head away rather than just arching in the back. Hold it here and relax down. We're going to come up with the head now, so coming up into Cobra. So this might be enough for you, drawing your elbows close to your chest. Otherwise you can lift up a little bit more. And we're going to tuck our toes under. So this is a real powerful position. And then we're coming back up into our down facing dog. So breathe in, moving around in the hips if you need to. Then hold yourself still. Think about feet wider than hips. Taking your tailbone up to the ceiling. Thinking about feeling it in the hamstrings and not the back. We need to get our right knee through. Sorry, our left, oh my goodness. Our right foot through. So you can bring your knees down and bring that leg through, or you literally just step it through, okay? But we're all going to be on our knee this time. So hold it here. I want you to draw back your right foot and then lean forward. So now notice that my knee is over my toe. However, my heel is not lifting. So if your heel is lifting off, you need to fiddle around with your foot, either bringing it back or forward until you can get your knee over your toes, and you just hold it here. And you'll notice you can feel a big groin stretch here. Just hold it here for a moment. We're going to bring our arms up. Take a little arch back if you can. And then hands come down. We're going to tuck our back toe under, bringing our feet together, coming into our forward fold. So sort your toes out, toes together, heels slightly apart. Think about having your head down and relax, pushing your tailbone up to the ceiling. We're going to draw our hands up our legs into flat back. And we're going to come all the way up. Bringing your arms up. So we need to do the left side. So bring yourself up to the top of your mat. Connect yourself down like we did the first time. So I'll say it quicker. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Hands to the side of the body. You lift your right heel, left heel. You're drawing up your thighs, your abdominals, your pelvic floor, crown of the head, chin's tucked into the chest. You'll breathe in long and deep. You feel so powerful in this mountain pose. You're going to inhale your arms up. You're going to exhale, palms face down. Get that flat back, so you're pushing your tailbone back. Bring yourself down to the mat. Drop your head. Move your head. Push your tailbone up. Left leg, big long lunge back. Knee down or knee up. Pushing back in the heel and dropping down in the thigh, lifting up the back knee as much as you can. Okay, so figure out how you want to be here. We bring our hands up. We're holding it here, still dropping down into the hip, pushing back with the heel. Lift your arms up. Big inhale. Then we drop the arms to the side and the left arm comes under the right and we go palm to palm. We slightly bend the knee because we're dropping down and up. Down and up. If you're on your knee, you're lifting up and down. One more, come up. Stretch through that back heel. Bring your hands down, step back into plank. Down comes the palms of the hands. The fingers are wide. I'm not taking my arms dead straight. There's a little bit of softness in my elbow. If you're on your knees, hold it here. In fact, I'll do it on the knees this time. So you release your toe and you drop your bottom down to feel the plank in your tummy. So we're going to take left arm down, right arm down, bring up the left hand, bring under the right hand. From here, elbows to the back of the room. Think about coming down, chin and chest, bottom stays up. So you push your bottom up, holding it here. We relax down. Draw your hands back to your chest. Take your forehead under. And then think about length. So I'm pointing my toes to lift off my legs. You can do one at a time. But get length rather than just bending in the back. So my legs are dead straight. Thighs are strong. Relax down, a little bit of pressure in the hands now as the head lifts off. Elbows are close to the body. You can come up into cobra here. We're going to tuck the toes under if you're coming up into the full pose. Really draw up your abdominals, your pelvic floor. Push back into down facing dog. Nice big deep breath in. Maybe walk your hands in. Check out that your toes are coming forward, that you're pushing up with your tailbone, that your arms aren't too locked out, but your palms are nice and strong on the mat. Then we need to bring the left foot through so you can come onto your knees if you need to. You can bring that left foot through or you just step through. Make sure your toenails are flat down on your right foot. Think about the length in the back. We're stepping the right toes to meet the left. Really hanging down here. Move the head from side to side, knees bent if you need to. Stretching out through your hamstrings. Bringing up, coming up into a flat back. Tuck your chin in. Roll your shoulders back, tighten the thighs, nice long back. And then we're going to stand all the way up, rolling your shoulders back. Well done. Okay, shall we practice a couple of little balances? So, what shall we do? Okay, so we will practice eagle pose. So when you're doing eagle pose, there's different elements to this practice or this posture. So we're going to be working our lymph glands up in our thighs and under our armpits. So first of all, we're going to practice that arm position again. So right arm comes under left. So take that under. Palm to palm if you can. If not, back of hand to back of hand. When you've got this position, I want you to squeeze underneath your arms. So if you notice, like I'm squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Yeah, so you'll squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we're really getting the lymph to react, get everything moving here. Now, if we can hold this position for a second, I'm now going to bring my right leg around my left, tuck it right the way under, straighten up, and I'm holding it here. Now I'm squeezing my inside thighs and my arms, squeezing my inside thighs, squeezing under my arms. I'm going to show you from a side view. My back is straight, squeezing, squeezing. I'm not all rolled over, okay? Now, if this is too much, you can go over to a position where you can hold on to something. Experience what we're doing. So you tuck that leg round, or you just bring it to the side and you squeeze your inside thighs, squeeze your inside thighs. This is just brilliant for your lymph glands. Squeezing, squeezing. So as I say, we can start by just doing the arms. You could just do the legs, yeah, where you squeeze, 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 or we do the whole thing. And we'll practice this again, so don't worry if it feels a little bit disjointed today. So if you are in this position, I want you to now relax the squeezing and just draw your arms above your head. So you've got a big stretch in your back. And of course it's really, really difficult to balance because I've got my arms in front of me. I don't really know what to look at. And that is a great practice for meditation because I've got to really, really concentrate. So should we do the left side? So however you felt with that, you now know we can break it down. So let's start by doing the legs this time. So we'll start by bringing our left leg up and over. Now when I say up and over, I really mean lift that leg and bring it round. Sometimes when we do it low, it just won't go. So think about really, maybe hold on, bring it up, round, either hold it here or draw it all the way round, and then get yourself into position. So I'm squeezing my thighs, squeezing, squeezing, hold on if you need to, squeeze, nice long spine, squeeze, squeeze, yeah? So I'm gonna add in my arms. So my left arm comes under, I take palm to palm, and now I'm squeezing, squeezing. Lose the legs if you're unbalanced, and just do the arms. And then come in if you want to, doing both or hold on. And we're going to stretch the arm above the head. So I'm not squeezing my thighs. I'm now concentrating on keeping still. I'm stretching out my back. I'll relax and bring the arms out. And then we'll just give the legs a little kick out. Well done. Right, so I'm hoping you've all got a strap of some description. You might have one of those stretchy bands that you use in the gym. So let's come and lay down, and we need to find a position where we can take our legs to the side. So I am going to have to move my mat a little bit closer, because I'll show you what we're going to do. So before you get comfortable, just have a look. So we're going to come up, the leg will come over to the side, and then it will come over to this side. So you need room. Make sure you've got a bit of room before you start. Okay, so we'll start with the right leg. So strap around your right foot. If you can, you take your left leg long. And then I'm holding on to the strap, but not in a way that this shoulder is off the floor and I'm using all my arm strength so my arm's shaking. So I tend to just hold it gently. Now we're not thinking about the right leg. We are thinking about the left leg. The left leg needs to be so strong. So flex the left foot. And now as I take my right leg out to the side, by the way, let's take our left hand out to the side of the body to counterbalance us. So as this right leg is very gently, and I'm using my muscles in my legs to take that leg out to the side, what I'm thinking of is my left leg. I do not want my left butt cheek or my back to leave the mat. So take your right hand if need be, and just feel that your back and your bottom cheek has not lifted up off of the floor. Yeah, so that's why I say we're thinking about that left leg. The right leg's just a lever out to the side, and of course we want to bring it up as high as we can. Some people are very flexible, aren't they? And they can, and you might be able to, just literally hold on to your toe here. If not, this is why we use the strap. So once we're here and you've checked out that the body is not lifting on the left hand side, we're just going to take some nice big inhales in through the nose and through the mouth. So we're going to inhale and out through the mouth. Yeah, nice relaxed breaths in and out. Gently use your right leg. So use your muscles in your leg, not just dragging it up with the strap. Bring your leg back to centre. Left hand is going to hold on to the strap now. Right hand is going to come out to the side. And now that left leg, I'm going to let it cross my body. Notice that my bottom cheek lifts up. I don't now want my shoulders to lift. So notice I've just lifted myself up, corrected myself. So I'm now taking a twist to the side, but my shoulders are attached. I'm just holding it here. Again, just use your breath, breathing in, out through the mouth. Close your eyes and just relax. And then we're going to bring that leg back to the centre, just allowing yourself to come back to neutral. We're going to bring the legs into the chest. Just take a little rock from side to side. And then we'll do the other side. So let's do the left side. So take your strap, your belt or whatever you've got around your left leg. Your right arm comes out to the side. Just be comfortable in your arm. If the strap isn't long enough, sometimes you could sort of take a tiny little knot, and then you've got your strap and it's a little bit longer. So figure out what you need to do. So right leg comes along, right arm is out to the side. I'm making sure that all the work is in the right leg, foot's flexed, and then on the exhale, so you breathe in. On your exhale, you just allow that right leg to come out to the side without your bottom and back lifting. So you don't want to be doing this. Yeah, the bottom needs to stay down. You're just holding it here, just allowing yourself to breathe nice and slowly. Drawing up the pelvic floor, abdominals are tight, right leg is nice and strong, and the whole side of my right side of my body is still attached to the mat. Gently, I'm bringing that leg back to the center. I'm changing arms, so right hand holds on to the strap gently. Left arm comes out to the side. My left foot is now crossing my body. I'm going to lift my shoulders up, turn them to the left, and just place them back down. And then just really enjoying this posture. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. So use the leg, use the muscles in the leg, be very loose on the strap, bringing yourself back to neutral. Bring your knees into your chest, we're going to get rid of the strap. And just rock from side to side. So the last pose of the day, we're going to bring up our feet coming into happy baby pose, where we hold on to our feet and we allow our hips to open up to the side. Your spine is flat on the back. Now, if this is too much, you take your hands to your inside thighs, or you could take your hands to your shins. Just notice how you feel comfortable. Come into this position. Try and relax the shoulders down, and then very, very gently, if you're able to, we're just going to move around from side to side. Tuck the chin into the chest. And then from here, we're going to bring our feet down. Take a little roll over to the side, just for a few moments. Just hold yourself here. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself up. If you can, either grab a cushion or a block. Come and sit on your cushion or your block. Move a little bit forward here. So, get yourself comfortable. Always remember, when you're coming into a cross-legged position, open your hips. So I'm really going to open my hips before I place them down. And come up, sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our left hand, so we're not mirroring each other. Left hand, first finger to thumb. Yeah, so you've got that birdie shape. And then stretch your fingers out. Place your hand on your knee. Right hand, first finger, index finger, second finger, straight down onto this paddy bit of your thumb, of your paddy thumb bit. And then your thumb is going to sit on your right nostril. Your ring finger, so not the little finger, ring finger sits on your left nostril. So you're going from thumb to ring finger, thumb to ring finger, thumb to ring finger. So hold these finger and thumb just at the side of your nose. I'm not stopping myself from breathing at all. I'm going to take a big inhale and then exhale. Place your thumb on your right nostril and take a breathe in through the left. So nice big inhale. Close that left side, hold it for a few seconds and then exhale through the right. Exhale. Inhale through the right. Close that right side for a few seconds and now exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close that left side, hold your breath for a few seconds. Now exhale through your right. Close your eyes. Inhale through your right. Close your right side, hold for a few seconds, release the left side and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close that left side, hold for a few seconds and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold for a few seconds and exhale through the left. Now I want you to just continue in your own time. So you're doing alternate nostril breathing. Notice that you're calming your body down. You're relaxing. You're balancing the left and right side. As you're doing this and you've got your eyes closed, think about your spine. Could you sit a little straighter? So very gently, not jerky, just straighten up as you're doing your breath work. Could you possibly just gently hold your pelvic floor? Could you draw your abdominals back a little bit and just notice as you did this, did you feel a little bit straighter? Try and keep the spine long and the crown of your head going up to the ceiling. So think about this now, wherever you are in this breathing work, this technique that we're practicing, I need you to breathe out. Your last breath needs to be out on the left hand side. So wherever you are, take your time. Just keep your eyes closed. There's no need to open your eyes. Whenever you finish, you take your palms, take them down onto your knees. So just relax the hands, your palms come down onto your knees. And just for a few moments, just totally turn inward. Think about your breath, listen to your breath. Think about your spine. Gently hold the pelvic floor. So from here, I'm going to say namaste to you lovely people. Thank you for joining me. Now, you're quite welcome to just lay back on your mat and continue with your relaxation. You're quite welcome to stay seated in a meditation posture and just continue meditating. And of course, feel free to switch off now if you would like, and I'll see you next time. So have a wonderful, wonderful day.